Hi folks, hope you're okay today. It's good to be with you. I just want to talk about Mark's lecture on Lollard Preachers on John Wesley and his theology. Just to say I really enjoyed what he had to say. It was excellent. I really liked the first bit when it was talking about John Wesley's conversion, and that Christianity is not just about the head, but it's about the heart. It's about an experience with God. And it must have been an amazing experience of God that he had, because it led to him preaching the gospel far and wide. And I think that Christianity is an experience, that we can know God in our experience, and I think that is a very, very valuable thing to maintain. We're not into dry of dust theology. Hi folks, hope you're okay today. Just reflecting on Mark's great lecture tonight on John Wesley and his life and theology. The second thing I get out of Mark's lecture is about sanctification, that John Wesley preached entire sanctification, that is, sin could be broken in the Christian's life, and that you have this love for God and your fellow man. In my own experience, I can't say that I could match the experience of John Wesley, but I think it's something that we need to pray about, and that we need to pursue the passion that he had for God and for his fellow man. And I think that note of holiness is not in the church today, and I think that also that John Wesley's theology on entire sanctification has been misrepresented, and we talk about that in Mark's lecture, so it was excellent. Hi folks, just talking about John Wesley and his life and theology. Mark, my friend's done a great lecture. We had a great discussion on Lollard Preachers, so go and have a look at it. It'll be really good. I just want to think about John Wesley, the role of reason, his idea of reason and faith, and how it relates to the Enlightenment. In the Enlightenment, you have you had Immanuel Kant and people like that who stressed the importance of reason and reason's nobility, whereas Wesley stressed the importance of reason, but it came under the authority of God and dependence on the Holy Spirit. But for Wesley, Christianity was not irrational. It had to be rational, based on an objective base. And Wesley also had a respect for tradition, whereas Kant didn't. Wesley believed that reason and experience go together, but it's experiential knowledge of God, whereas Kant separated reason and faith. The noumena was not was not really something that could have intellectual integrity, whereas Wesley never separated reason and faith together. But look at Mark's video on Lollard Preachers. Excellent. We're thinking about John Wesley, his life and theology. If you go to Lollard Preachers, watch the video with me and Mark, it'd be really good. The next thing I want to talk about is Wesley's theology and the charismatic movement. Wesley was a tremendous thinker, but he was also a man of the Holy Spirit, and I think that there were experimental things that had gone on in his ministry, where he's seen healings, dramatic healings. There's even an example where he prayed for the raising of the dead, which is not put in many books about Wesley. But for Wesley, experience was based on biblical truth, whereas the charismatic movement is based on experience and very little in theology, and I think that's one of the major differences with the charismatic movement and John Wesley. And then finally, I want to talk about John Wesley and postmodernism. Don't forget to go down to the lad preaches and see the video, an hour and 33 minutes on me and Mark talking about John Wesley. In the end of Mark's talk, he talked about postmodernism, and there are negatives and positives with postmodernism. Postmodernism is relativistic, whereas Christianity is objectivistic in its understanding of truth. But there are some good parts of postmodernism. It was a reaction to modernism, and modernism in terms of this idea that the only knowledge that we have is science. And I think postmodernism was saying that there is more to knowledge than just science. There's artistic knowledge, there is historical knowledge, etc. And Christianity has the modernism aspect, it has the objective truth in the gospel, and then it has the subjective truth, subjective as in experience, which fits the postmodernism variety of the ways of knowing. And Wesley is a great tonic and balance in this postmodern age to make sure that we have objective truth, but that we have an experience that's dynamic. Don't forget to go and look at the 1 hour and 33 minutes of Mark's video. It is excellent.